Namaskar, my dear friends. Let us see how we can design and simulate boost converter in NI Multisim. So as you already know, the voltage expression for output voltage of a boost converter is Vout is equal to V input into 1 by 1 minus D, where D is the duty cycle, which is written as T on time divided by total time period T. So you have a very basic expression, a very basic circuit for boost converter, like we have input voltage, we have inductor, we have the MOSFET as a switch or something like that. And then we have a switching diode here, and we have output capacitor and output load. So you can see we have designed a circuit in NI Multisim, and I'll show you the graph. So let us see here. This is the circuit that has been designed in NI Multisim. And you can see the green curve, which is my PR2, that is probe 2, is going to give you the output voltage, which is going to get settled after some time to close to 10 volt. So input voltage was 5 volt and output voltage was 10 volt, right? So how we have designed this particular circuit and like switching frequencies and everything is, we have given you the expression for this. So you can take this as a screenshot and see the expression. So input voltage is 5, output voltage is 10. The frequency of operation is, let us say, 50 kilohertz. So from there we have calculated T is equal to 20 microsecond by finding 1 by F. Understood? By putting the input voltage and output voltage into this expression, we have found out the duty cycle to be 0.5, that is 50%. And from this 50%, we have put the values in here, T on by T, which is 50%. That is going to give us T on time to be 10 microsecond. Okay. So now let us see in the output curve. You can see we have uh, this is the particular circuit that I have made. If you want, you can take my previous videos of how to enter circuits in NI Multisim. In that way, you can put all the components one by one. Okay, and or otherwise, very simply, you can go to place components and select your desired components that is needed. Right here, the groups are there and the components are there. Now, what I have done is, this is the DC voltage source that is there, which is maybe unregulated or something like that. And this is the output, this is the switching element that is going to switch at a particular frequency. So which we have set it to 0 volt, 5 volt as pulse value. And then we have pulse width set to be 10 microsecond and period to be 20 microsecond as we have calculated. Now this is the load resistance that we have put. If you want, you can reduce the load, let's say like a 20 ohm or 50 ohm, but try to keep it like a basic value of 10 ohm. Now go to simulation, analyze and simulate, and let us go to transient and simulate it for 5 milliseconds, because the frequency of operation was 50 kilohertz, it means 20 microsecond. So I want it to be like several pulses, or otherwise I want to reach to the basically like a stable position. So now let us run it and see how it is going to happen. So as you can see, I have put a probe at the input voltage, which is red color. So VPR1 is red one, and the green one, which is ramping up and going down as undershoot again. So this is the output voltage, probe 2, and we have put one more probe, PR3, to find out what is the current flowing through this particular like inductor element. So the inductor current is must to find out what is the like current that is going to flow. And this is how you will be like helping yourself to find out the inductor component with proper saturation current rating or something like that. Okay, so this is one of the best method that you can try and find out or design your own boost converter design. If you do have any questions or any understanding that is needed, you can put down your questions in the comment box and we shall be able to answer you out. So you can see it is very slowly reaching to the end position and getting it stabilized at around 10 volt, right? If you want to increase the simulation time, you can do that as well. So let us say I'll run it for 8 millisecond. So as you can see, starting it is like ramping up. So slowly it is charging and ramping up. More than 10 it is going because of like overshoot. So those designs I have not considered here, that compensation and all those things. So those things we can always do. However, this is a very basic simulation. That's the reason we have just tried to set the output voltage to be close to 10 volt. So the beauty of this particular simulator, you can see, is very nicely it is actually tracking the output voltage, how it is getting and going to get stabilized at this particular position to be 10 volt. So it may be very closer, it may not be actual 10 volt because of the like simulation constraints, or maybe the elements are not that closer that we should have designed. Okay, I have just defined the like duty cycle of this particular switching element, that is my MOSFET that we have selected, so that we can do. So let us get stabilized and see what is the output voltage that is coming up here. So if you want, you can have like a cursor as well. So let us say show cursor, and this cursor will tell you what is the voltage level. So my aim is to see the volt cursor at PR2, probe 2, right? So you can see it has gone highest value to be like a 12 volt, and then let us say it has gone lowest value to be 8 volts. So 8 to 12 it is oscillating, right? And then at last it has settled down at around 9.53 volt. Okay, so closer to 10 volt it is settled. So you can see the output voltage to be 10 volt. Thank you guys.